Hey there, and welcome to Highland, Utah. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the pros and cons of living right here in Highland, Utah, and we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah Koehle here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is literally everything you need to know about eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living here in Utah. If that's of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you're notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time that are looking to make a move, that are looking to relocate, buy or sell a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My team and I would love to connect with you. Also, we do have a free Moving to Utah guide. If you'd like a copy of that free guide, comment the word down below guide, and we would love to send that over to you. So let's hop right into some of the pros and cons of living here in Highland. Now, I've gotten a lot of people that have actually relocated here to Highland, and many of the reasons that they are drawn to this specific area, there's a lot of advantages. Number one, first and foremost, is the natural beauty. The natural beauty that surrounds the Highland area is really gorgeous. You are about 35 minutes south of Salt Lake City, and you're nestled kind of right near the east bench of the mountains. You've got those Wasatch Mountains. You've got Mount Timpanogos that is right there that you can see. You've got the Timpanogos National Caves that are right through American Fork Canyon. So the canyon access that's right there too, which kind of actually leads me right into the next one. We've got the natural beauty, but the access to American Fork Canyon is amazing. The access to the freeway is actually really phenomenal too. So people that are commuting into Salt Lake City or commuting to other areas, people like Highland simply because of the location. You're close to the canyon, you're close to the freeway, you're 35 minutes away from the Salt Lake International Airport, but you also still, it doesn't feel really crowded and congested. A lot of the lots here in Highland are, used to be slated for at least a quarter, if not a half acre. Many of the new home construction are much smaller lot sizes, but if you're looking for something that is, a little bit older, many of those homes have larger lot sizes, which is also another draw for many people. So you've got the access to the canyon, you've got the access to Salt Lake, the convenience to the freeway, but then you also have a little bit more space, lot size. You've got the incredible natural beauty that is here and surrounds Highland as well. Another reason people are wanting to make Highland home, simply the schools and the school district. Highland is part of actually the Alpine School District, which is one of the largest school districts here in Utah. Well known, very good academics. So people are wanting to make a move here. Also, right next to Highland, you've got a couple of different, private schools if you're looking at going that route. If you're looking at going to the charter school, you can go that route too. But American Heritage is a private school that is near Highland. Also, Challenger is another private school that is in Lehigh that is very accessible to Highland as well. So those are some of the things, the school districts, the natural beauty, all that. If you are into the outdoors and you like a really active lifestyle, Highland might be a really good fit for you too. Like I said, you've got the access to the canyon, but you also have the access to the Murdoch Trail. The Murdoch Trail is such an incredible trail. It is a paved trail that miles and miles and miles. It goes all the way past Lehigh. It goes all the way into Provo Canyon. So can you hear the Canadian geese? I don't know if you can hear the geese, but the geese are out this morning. And that's another thing. Like we'll hop into some of that too. But you've got miles and miles of just trails too, which are just spectacular. And people go running on there and, biking and walking and stuff. You'll see a lot of people actually like marathon training or doing a lot of cycling training on there too, on that Murdoch Trail. And on the Murdoch Trail too, there's stops along the way with bathrooms and parks and bike pumps, water fountains. So it's really a very, very nice trail system that's here. let's talk about some of, like, we went to the natural beauty, but then some of the wildlife. It's not uncommon to see deer, roaming around. It's not uncommon to hear Canadian geese. It's not uncommon to see ducks and all those different things that are here in the Highland area. So that's also another draw for some. Many people here also enjoy the small town charm that Highland has to offer. Also, it's very quiet. It's a pretty quiet place in Highland too. So if you're looking for quiet, if you're looking for more of a small town, that you will definitely see here in Highland. Some of the disadvantages are some things that you should know. Some people feel like these are actually advantages. So again, just things to be aware of. There's more limited shopping and amenities here in Highland. So there's a Macy's grocery store, there's a Myers grocery store. So there are grocery stores and shopping and all that, but you're not going to have a Costco in Highland. There's no Target in Highland or even Walmart in Highland. They are in some of the surrounding cities that are really like a stone's throw away. For example, the Target and the Costco and all of that are in Lehigh, which would, from wherever you're coming from in Highland, it could be 5 minutes, it could be 10 minutes. Same thing goes for Walmart. If you're looking for Walmart, it's right in Cedar Hills. Again, depending on where you're at in Highland, it actually could be a minute away or it could be like 5 minutes away. So even though Highland doesn't have a lot of, those type of amenities, they are very close nearby. Something else that you should also know about Highland, many like for the city ordinances on Sunday. Now I know people that have moved here are like, everything seems like it's closed in Highland on Sunday. There are a handful of things that are open in Highland on Sunday, but for the most part, many things are closed on Sunday. Open the rest of the week, but closed on Sunday. Many of the other surrounding areas have things that are open on Sunday. So if you're thinking, oh, I want a city, but I want to have the amenities that are open on Sunday, you're not necessarily going to find that in Highland, but many of the surrounding areas you will. So just something to be aware of. Also, if you are thinking about making a move to Highland, just know that the cost of living and the cost of housing is significantly higher than some of the surrounding areas. So just know that if you're looking for housing, right now the average medium home, the medium home price in Highland is about $850,000. So some people are, priced out of that. Some people feel like, that's great for them. So just know that going into it, the median home price is going to be significantly higher than some of the other surrounding areas. And the last two things, let's talk about public transportation. Public transportation here in and around Highland, yes, there's a city bus system, but it's not like what you're going to see in downtown Salt Lake. The track system doesn't run right through Highland or anything. So in terms of public transportation, it is limited here in Highland. And then also something you should know is just the weather. The weather in Highland is fairly comparable to what you're going to see in Salt Lake and some of the surrounding areas, but it does get windy. It does get really windy, and some people don't know that. I know for us personally, we didn't know that it got really windy in Highland, especially when the afternoon, and it's kind of interesting because usually the afternoon is when the winds kind of pick up. In the morning, it's typically pretty mild, even into the early afternoon, but later afternoon, sometimes evenings can get very, very windy. So don't be surprised if you're thinking about making a move to Highland and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, it is so, so windy. Just know that going into it, that wind tends to pick up. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of some of the advantages and disadvantages. Let me take you on a tour right now of just some of the areas that you can kind of get a feel of if you are thinking about making a move to Highland. So sit back, relax, and let's take a tour of what Highland looks like. Perfect. So what did you think of that tour of Highland? Hopefully it gives you a little bit of a snapshot of what you can expect if you are thinking about making a move, relocating, buying or selling a property here in the Highland area. And if you are thinking about doing that, my team and I hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to connect with you, see how we can help. And also, if you do want a copy of our free Moving to Utah guide, comment down below the word guide, Guide, and we'd love to send that over to you. Wishing you a fantastic rest of your day and week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a great one. Bye.